G'day folks. Well, I want to do a video on the benefits of a rear mount turbo, and I feel now is the perfect time to talk about it. It's been around 4 years ago since I've rear mounted it, and I feel now that what I say I can vouch. Yeah, let's just go through it, and I think it's very interesting. It's not a comparison, it's just the benefits on what I've done for a rear mount turbo. First off is the engine bay. Very uncluttered. You know, it's funny, when I first started taking the car down to the track, no one thought it was turbo, and it took a few meets for people to start to work out what was going on. They'd walk by, look at it and think, oh yeah, and then walk off. It was quite funny, actually. So if that's a benefit, well, that's number one. Stealth look. The engine bay stays pretty much the same as what an NA would. There is no real underbonnet temps. There's a little bit extra on the header pipes, which is understandable, but I would say that's probably more negligible than anything. So easy to work on, no different from NA. You can pull the plugs out, you can even pull the engine out quite easily without obstructing of anything there. It's very simple. I kept all the turbo still hooked up at the back when I had the engine out, so it was very simple. There's no extra weight in the front. That was a really big thing, which later down the track I realised. At the time, I didn't sort of give it any second thought, but it's a real benefit to me not adding any weight in the front. I have an intercooler. You don't really even need one for moderate to low boost, but I've got one there anyway, and that was an extra 8 kilograms. A little bit of extra piping there too, which in my view is very negligible again. So yes, it keeps it very clean and uncluttered, your engine bay. Alright, we'll go around the back and we'll talk about the benefits around the back here. Now the downpipe off the turbo, that's it. As you know that a full system running a full system off a turbo, you really need a good high flow exhaust system. Well, this doesn't get any better for a rear mount. It's just straight out the back. So you get all the power, all the spoolage you need, quick response, fantastic. Another benefit is you can keep your exhaust system if it's in good condition. I've kept my header pipes, which are my 4 inch and 3/4 4-into-1s, branches into a single 3-inch, and you can get away with that. I have solid mounted the turbo, and some flexible bellows, but look, other than that, it's a very simple installation. Not very complicated at all. There's another benefit. The turbo runs a lot cooler. For any of the turbo people out there that know that coking is a real problem, can be a problem with turbos. A lot of people there have turbo timers or leave their cars running for that little bit extended period after a hard run to cool them down. We don't have an issue with the rear mount. It's non-existent basically. I don't have any coking whatsoever in the centre of my turbo. When I did the oil pump. I had to replace that 6 months ago. I had a look up in there and with a torch and whatnot, and there was no evidence of coking. Now, coking is basically burnt oil, which crystallises and can over time ruin your turbo, shorten the life of it. I get a very cool charge air straight out of the turbo, being the turbo runs a lot cooler. It's in the breeze there. So I've got a good head start straight out from the turbo. And then I've got 14, 15, whatever feet of aluminium tubing that runs up, charge pipe, that runs up to the front. That acts as a fantastic intercooler as well. So you're getting cooled air even before it gets into the intercooler if you've run one. So a real benefit there. The whole system runs a lot cooler, which is what I love about this, because I can really lean on it for circuit racing and I don't have any issues with it as far as heat. Lag, I can say it now, there is very minimal lag. This thing spools up to 3.2, 3.3 on the rev counter, and she's gone. So you've got to do the math a little bit on it. You can't just go putting any old turbo on and expect it to run. You have to size it properly for your application. And that would go without saying for a front mount. The weight I love about, well, they're a heavy unit. They're around 20 kilograms. I think this one was about 18 actually. Over the back wheels, that's fantastic. That's where you want it. If you're going to add weight to a car, if you circuit race, this is where you want it. You want it over the back wheels. It neutralises the car a lot more now. It's a lot more balanced. So I couldn't imagine running it up the front. Honestly, it'd cause a lot of problems for me. Since I've pulled weight out of the front, it's just been so much of a benefit. The battery, it feels so light in the front. I mean, even just putting on the alloy heads has reduced understeer a lot. So, and I'm guessing once I do run it down there with the battery out of it, it's just fantastic. What I'm trying to get at is that you don't really want to try and add weight to the front of a car if you're circuit racing. Drag racing doesn't matter. But I think for what I use, rear mounting is the way to go. It's an incredible solution for adding power, keeping the reliability and keeping the heat away from your engine bay, and balancing the car. It's a win-win. And like I said, I've been doing this for 4 years now and countless laps around my home track, and it's proved itself. So there you go, the benefits of a rear mount. Alright guys, well I'm heading down to my favourite little track down at Baskerville. That's my new favourite track at the minute. I'm hanging out for it. It's on the 15th of October and I'm excited. I've done so much work to it over the last few months since I've had it in dry dock. I'm really keen to get it to give it a run. I'm going to sneak it up in boost. We'll see how that goes. And yeah, fun times ahead. Alright guys, well, I'll put a video up very soon and I'll catch you later.